Hey, this is Chanel, and we turned my living room into a photo, audio, video shoot. So how exciting is that? We are recording Pieces to Peace today, my new book that's coming out. So I'm just one step closer to getting this out to you and to the shelves. Can't wait. See you soon. Hi, my name is Chanel Williams, and I am here to tell you about a book that I've written. It's called Pieces to Peace. I started this book 2 years ago, pretty much exactly. Yesterday was 2 years, October the 18th of 2013. On that day, I found out that I had lung cancer. I was 41 years old and have 4 children, and it was just a big shock to our entire family. I've never been a smoker, so to find out I had lung cancer, to find out I had cancer was a big shock, but to find out that I had lung cancer, I think was even a bigger shock. And we really got great news that day. The cancer was just in my lung. It was a stage 2B. The doctors really felt like they could go in and take the portion of my lung out and get all the cancer, and then I would be headed for a cure. And so that's what we did. We had half my lung removed about 3 weeks later. I started 4 months of chemo and actually went into remission for about 6 months. And then at my 6-month checkup, they found a spot in my chest, and it was cancer, and they also found 4 brain tumors. So the cancer had metastasized from my lung to my chest and then to my brain. 2 days after finding that out, I was having brain surgery, and they removed 2 avocado-sized seeds from the front lobe of my brain. They weren't able to operate on 2 of the other tumors in my brain because it really wasn't worth it for the risk. So I then went through CyberKnife radiation treatment, and I began chemo again, and we kind of seemed to get control of the cancer. And while I was on chemo, I had another spot show up in my chest. So at that point, I was considered a fail with chemo, and I was a candidate to enter a trial study. So I did that. I entered a trial study for a new drug called Keytruda. Keytruda had been FDA approved for melanoma patients, but it had not been approved for lung cancer patients. So I was actually approved for it, and as of 3 weeks ago, it has been FDA approved for lung cancer patients. So that is a huge blessing around that. But in doing this trial, my body kind of went a little crazy. It's an autoimmune chemotherapy, and so my own immune system just kicked in and went crazy and went after the cancer, and I'm actually not showing cancer in my body right now, but it also attacked some things in my body that I'm no longer able to breathe on my own. I'm 100% dependent on oxygen at this point. Also have some other things going on, thyroid, stuff like that, that they're trying to get under control. The great news is I'm not showing cancer in my body right now, but I do struggle with some different things that have happened based upon having chemo and so forth. So back to the whole book part, that's kind of my story in a nutshell. 2 years ago, when I found out I had cancer, I began writing letters to my children. And I started hiding these letters. I started thinking, okay, where can I hide my 16-year-old's 17th birthday letter? Or where can I hide my 25-year-old's wedding day letter? And I kind of ran out of hiding spaces because I'm kind of a young mommy, and so I began putting it into a book form. So I started just writing in this book of letters to my children, and then as I began to do that, it became therapy for me because it was good to get it out. And so then I started writing what I call a blog or Facebook, whatever, however you want to call it. I called it my Sappy Chanel time, to where I would share with others just what I was going through with my chemo journey and so forth. And during that, I believe God placed on my heart that I was doing that because it was helpful to other people. People would tell me a lot, like it was helping them to get through some things that they were going through, and just to be able to understand things a little better. So and it's just kind of morphed into what it's morphed into. We're planning to release the book in 2016. We've already had substantial amount of pre-sales, which I'm so excited about. We're kind of in our final parts of actually getting the book on the shelf. So this is kind of me just saying, hey, this book is going to be out there. It's called Pieces to Peace. It's not all about the cancer. In fact, the Sappy Chanel that I'd shared with you, that was my blog and Facebook, is my cancer journey, but there's also my autobiography. I start from the day that I was born until now and just share with you where I've been in my life. I can probably connect with several people on different levels, different journeys, because I've been through some quite crazy things in my life, from addiction to abuse to alcoholism to just love to gratitude to spiritual awakenings, just being wrapped around a community. There's just so much in my autobiography that I feel like connects to people. So I'm super excited about that. And then also in the book, I have friends that have shared just short stories about how we've interacted throughout our lives and how God has used us to help other people or to do whatever that looks like. So there's kind of 3 parts to the book. So I'm hoping that either all of it or some part touches someone, and that it is a blessing to someone else. So thanks for taking your time to listen to me talk about this, and I look forward to you reading my book.